We're catching up with Jon Pardi, who always lives up to his name, getting the scoop on a new album that's in the works and hearing all about this brand new single, Last Night Lonely. Do you still cover other people in your set?
Well, we made the Rancho Fiesta sessions, and so we have kind of covers that, known for doing now, or you can go listen to on iTunes, which I think always makes it a little more fun. But we still like doing Honky Tonk Man, and The Bottle Let Me Down is a fun one. But man, you start getting a catalog full of songs that people want to hear. They love those songs. There ain't nothing wrong with covering songs, but then you start thinking, well, maybe we could play some albums. And with streaming and stuff, you can see what they're listening to. Like, I went back to my set list and I was like, man, this song's streaming this month, this much a month. And it's like, we should probably play this song, so that really helped. You kind of gauge it that way. So, and it's always fun to play your own songs anyway, but we sometimes, sometimes we got to play 90 minutes, and sometimes I'm a little more buzzed than another time. I'll be like, I'm going to play Honky Tonk Man, but you got to play so much, and we love switching up the set. So anything, you just never know what we're going to play. But we're going to play the hits. Then we're going to play the hits.
Yeah. Well, tell me this. Is there a song from your catalog that, like, when you see the numbers, you're like, wait, people, maybe it wasn't as big of a song, but people love it and they're streaming it a lot? Like, are there any surprises there?
Lucky Tonight was a big stream, and that's off California Sunrise.
Yeah.
In a month, or a million. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a million, but it was a lot. I was like, and then Starlight. Starlight was a big streamer. It still is. And those are two kind of deeper cuts. And so it's always the album cuts that stream a lot that I'm like, they never even hit radio, but they're streaming, like, it's streaming really well. So it's fun. So we like to do that. So it's not it just gives variety to the show.
And Starlight, God, is this right? Was that the very last track on the original Heartache Medication album? So people are listening all the way through. Like, if they've discovered it, they're listening all the way through.
Yeah. No, it's a great song. I wrote it kind of about my grandma and friends that I've lost along the way. And we had this really, like, kind of sad but fun TikTok video my friend sent me that somebody lost their child who was listening to my music all the time. And they said out of nowhere, Starlight came on the radio. And it was just like fresh, like he just passed. And I was like, man, that's really cool. And it also shows, what songwriting, you write it when people go through something like a loss. Like, it really does help, to just, and it's fun, it's upbeat. It's not like, it's not super sad. And so I don't know. People are listening to music, and it's awesome. A record that you can put on and play is always going to be my goal.
Okay, so is that the goal this next time around? I know we know just we just know that it's coming. That's all we know.
Oh, it's going to be great, man. I write a lot of my songs, and I love recording outside songs because to me, you get more, you get different minds as a piece of work, It's not just one artist making music. It's the town of Nashville. It's the new young writers coming in. I mean, for Last Night Lonely, the guys who wrote it, they look like they're 15. They sent me a video. They're like, "You changed my life, Jon Pardi, yeah." And I was like, how old are these guys? Can they even be in a bar? But I think they're like 20. They're in their early 20s. But they were so fired up. And I love the song. And I was like, see, that's why when you get videos like that, that's why you record outside music. Because they may get another publishing deal. They may get a record deal. You never know what it's going to do for them. And that's why I love recording outside music. And it's a little easier on the mind when you kind of relieves the pressure of making records. Because I'm like super emotional when it comes to making records. It's a very, like, I've talked to Summer a lot because I get very down, I get very excited, I get very down. I'm like, you just like, and it's been a while since putting new music out. So there's a lot of emotions that go into making records. So, but when you get it, when it's done and it's out and people are loving the payoff, is so worth all the crazy artist emotions that go on. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned the 14-year-old, the three 14-year-olds that wrote Last Night Lonely. I feel like that all the time too. I'm like, are you in high? Are you? Can you be here? But it's Dylan Marlowe, Jimmy Bell, and Joe Fox. And so tell us about Last Night Lonely. It's very, very fun. Like, it sounds like you could have written it for summer, but obviously these guys wrote it about their first love in high school.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it was fun. You could dance to it, and whenever I get behind, I co-produce with Brian and Bart, and so I try to when I do produce songs, I want you to think I wrote it if I didn't write it, and that's what's fun about recording outside song is working in the studio to make it sound like something that I would be in the writer's room trying to write. But like I said, it's just I love when they hearing what people are doing and what they're writing and how it's a fun thing. So yeah, it's a kind of like sweep you off your feet kind of a song where we're going to have so much fun, and this might be your last night lonely, and it's danceable. It's even got a fiddle solo. I was like a fiddle solo. But I truly think it's kind of that mix of that I always try to do that kind of mix of modern and traditional country, and I think it's I don't know everybody's been flipping out about it that's here. So
That's awesome. Congrats. So, what can you tell us about this next project? Or like, are you in a different headspace than you were in when you were making Heartache Medication?
man, we're still writing, and I'm trying to write some love songs. We got one awesome. We didn't record like our first. I try to do it in like session A, session B, and if we need a session C, we'll do that. And it's all kind of moods of what we're going through. And I'm trying to knock out a love song. We got a great one, but it's funny, me and Summer, we'll be like, yeah, let's get some drinking, and she's leaving, and we're moving on songs. I'm like, we'll try to get a love song, but we love all the themes and emotions of songs. So we definitely got a lot of drinking songs. So we're, and that's another thing when it comes to making records. It's like, all right, we got this, we got that, we got that. We need a little more of this, and so we're currently working on that. And we got some great songs recorded. I got to go get back and sing some vocals, and we're going to do another session. So, but our goal is to have it out in September.